Collection. Ay, 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 ay.
Hello guys, welcome back to another review from Lightning Collector 2021. I appreciate this is not a Lightning Collection review, but we do like to do a couple of different bits on this channel when we can. So today I was out and about doing a bit of shopping. I went to my local comic shop, so a massive shout out to Nerd Base in Battlesbridge, who had this sitting there in stock. As I went to walk up the stairs, I could see it on the right, and it lit up like a Christmas tree. Also today, keeping with the Greenranger theme, I did find this as well, so I'm excited to have a little look at that. But today, obviously, we're going to be taking a look at SUPER7's Ultimate Greenranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I haven't had the time to take this out of the box yet, and I did want to do the unboxing on here, so obviously if we have any issues, you'll be able to see them along the way. This is the box as it comes with, so this is the outer box, just has like Power Rangers logo with SUPER7 logo in the corner, and there's literally not a lot to it, just a little warning label at the bottom, and just to say this is for adult collectors and not for kids under 14. So taking the box out of its packaging, this is what we get. So we're met with like a little sleeve over the display box, so it's got a nice shiny gold dragon coin there, which you can see, and a little Greenranger label. Not a lot to it, to be honest, just the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo at the back, and then some information on the bottom. So after sliding that off, this is what we're met with. So it does have a very nice display window, and you can see in there that we've got the Greenranger and lots of different heads and accessories and stuff like that. And then on the back, it's just got a nice picture of the Greenranger and a little story that just says who Tommy and the Greenranger was and how he ended up coming into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and being the 6th Ranger. So sliding it out of the box, this is what we're met with, and this is our little tray, and it has 2 different plastic parts of accessories. So we've got our Greenranger and a couple of different guns, 2 different dragon daggers, a couple of different swords and stuff like that, and then obviously 2 different Tommy heads. So we've got a good Tommy and an evil Tommy, as well as our figure in the middle. And then looking at this tray, we've got a couple of extra arms and different hands, morpher, and another shield. So having a look at the figure out of the box, here is his nice helmet, which is painted very nicely. Detail on it is really good, it feels very nice, very glossy. We've got his dragon shield, which you can see underneath is also painted. Got his gold armbands, which are moulded onto the arm of the figure. So that is your bicep swivel point there. His morpher looks very well done, so you can see his coin very clearly. The writing's very clear in there, and it looks really nice. We've got this extra part of the dagger, so you just sort of lift that out, put the dagger in, let it go again. It sort of looks like it's closed up, keeps it in there all nice. Love the fact that they've bothered to paint the bottom of the boots, because that was a massive thing for me in the Lightning Collection. I hated how they didn't bother painting the bottom of the boots, and it just makes the boots look really, really nice and pop well. Looking at some accessories for this figure, we have got his Tommy Evil Ranger, or Evil Greenranger head. We have got his, I would say, his normal Ranger head. So this is when he was part of the Power Rangers. They look painted pretty well. They don't look like they did on the promo work, but in all honesty, looking at them on camera and then looking at them sort of in real life, they do look a little bit better in real life. So they're not as bad as they looked. This one was a lot better than I'd expected. I don't know whether it sort of used a, let me get the focus, there you go, used a darker paint in the end or not, but there we go. Then just changing the head on this figure is really, really easy. It feels pretty solid when you're pulling it off, so I don't feel like by just yanking at it, the neck joint's gonna come out or nothing like that. So I don't know whether that's just mine and some people have had bad luck with it. I don't know, I haven't done enough research. I've only sort of seen one other review, maybe 2 on this. I just thought it looked really cool. So here he is in his evil head. And then there he is with his good boy face on, nice little green hairband in there, looking pretty cool. He also comes with a dragon dagger, which is painted very well, so you can see the difference in the silver on the mouthpiece, and all the green is painted where it should be, and all the gold is painted where it should be there as well. So very nicely detailed, the coin looks really nice. And when you want to put the dagger in, you just move that bit up or to the side, whatever you want to do. Slide your dagger in and it will just go back on its own there. He also comes with the Sword of Darkness, so this is the first time in this sort of scale that we've seen one with a proper little bit of material on there. So usually they're plastic. The 3.0 ones do come with a nice bit of material on, but Lightning Collection one doesn't. And it's what you'd expect really, so it doesn't seem to have a whole mass amount of detail in there, but it's enough for what it is, and I wouldn't expect anything more from what they've given, to be honest. But it does come with this, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but there it is. And I will show you quickly, because I don't want to get them out because I'm never going to use them, but it comes with this little gun I think that Billy had made for him later on. Comes with a couple of weapons, so there's a dragon dagger there and a blaster there, which are just kind of using as extras for something that you'd have got from something in the 90s. So again, this shield that sort of pops together would go with them. He does also come with some plain arms, so they come without the armband, as you can see the difference there, and they are easy to change, so just lift it up like so, give it a bit of a wiggle and a pull and it pops off really easy. This one just pop back in like so, and there we are. So you can use it as a plain Greenranger without the shield. He also comes with a ton of hands, so he's got like little posing hands, grab hands, there's dragon dagger hands and all that sort of stuff. He also comes with an old school 90s shield, so that clips together as it would have done back then. So if you had this as a kid or had the flip head or the bigger 90s version, you'd know that that just kind of goes on like that and pushes together. It just slides in the holes like so. Let's see if we can do it. There we are. Now you've got yourself a 90s look Ranger. It doesn't look that great, I'm not going to lie. I can't imagine many people would be displaying him like that, but it does look cool. And lastly, he does come with a little morpher, so you can see that it's got the green in the background, a nice dragon coin, it's painted in gold, and it has Power Rangers written around the side. It is a little bit bigger, just slightly, than the Lightning Collection ones. Obviously, this being a 7-inch figure, we're definitely going to have a bit of a difference. So, although you could use this with it, it just might not look like it should scale. So moving on to the articulation of this figure, this is obviously going to depend on which head you've got on there. So if you've got the Greenranger helmet on, then you're going to get more rotation than you will with these, but they're not too bad. They don't rub too much. I wouldn't want to keep doing it because, as you can see, they do hinder. Obviously, having a longer hair, it's going to. In mine, the joints are pretty stiff at the shoulders, but it does have some bicep swivel and a single jointed elbow with some articulation in the wrist. Obviously they do full 360, and then we've got a midsection ab crunch there, as well as some very nice usable joints, but again, they don't go too crazy, don't go back much. He does the splits very well, but that's about it. And then he's got a single joint on the knee. Our feet do go up and down, and they do swivel slightly side to side, but you can see as they get to about there, they start to stiffen up. Finally, a little comparison. So you may notice that my house has suddenly got dark. If you didn't notice, it has. And the reason for that is because my other figure broke. This is the first time I've owned a Super 7 figure, apart from the small reaction figures. And I wasn't quite sure on whether it needed to be heated up or anything like that. So, of course, I didn't do that. I started to gently pull on the hand to see if it needed warming up, and unfortunately, with a tiniest amount of force ever, it did roll off into my hand. So took it back up to the shop, and they were very kind enough to swap it over for me, so happy days. This one I was planning on keeping in the box anyway, and it was going to sit in my Greenranger shelf, so I have just taken just the figure out for now so I could compare it. So obviously, looking at the difference in the two figures, you can see the difference in the green. Obviously the Super 7 is a little bit taller, And looking at the difference in the head sculpts, obviously the SUPER7 one, which is in the tray here, is a little bit more comic book feel than this one, which is meant to sort of be a bit more of a character likeness, even though this is obviously the cheaper figure. You can see that the Lightning Collection one does have a little bit difference in things like the gold looking cheaper, the white on the boots and the gloves and stuff not looking as clear white as the SUPER7. Obviously the SUPER7 one has a little bit more like detail on the belt and stuff, so we can see the differences there. You can definitely tell what that is supposed to be, but the fact that they've included the writing on the morphers in these SUPER7 ones, you know that they've taken the time to do it. Obviously on Hasbro's Lightning Collection one, it's got a lot more articulation, and this one I've been told is supposed to be more like a reimagined version of like the figures that we should have got or that we had in the 90s that are just a little bit better. Lastly, just to wrap this video up, we have him here on his table of turn. As we can see, the figure does look very nice. I would definitely say it's more of a box display figure or something that you're definitely going to want to take your time into. So heating up all those joints and being able to swap those bits out to put him into a okay pose, considering the articulation. The green on it does look very nice and the white on there does look very white, so I'm very happy with the paint. Halfway through this video, my figure did break, so it obviously just showing the fact that the quality isn't quite there for the price that you're paying. This is a £56 figure, sometimes upwards, so 56 is the cheapest I've seen it so far. Seen some on eBay that have been quite a bit more, and some shops that are going to be selling it for a little bit more than that, sort of £60 range as well. So £56 I didn't think was too bad, but definitely too much for the figure that you're getting. As I said, this is definitely a display figure, and I will be returning him back to his box, which is why I haven't bothered taking any of the other bits out or changing up the hands and taking the time with him, because he will just sit in my Greenranger display at the back in his box. This is definitely the only SUPER7 figure I was intending on buying anyway, so this has just cemented it for me now. If you are buying this for a first time SUPER7 figure like myself, and you're used to buying things like Hasbro's Lightning Collection, either be very, very careful with it or don't bother buying it. Personally, I would say if you're gonna sort of go that way, then you might be better off trying to hunt down a Lightning Collection figure rather than spending the money to be getting this. The accessories it comes with is amazing, so it does come with a lot for the money, so you definitely get your money's worth there. Just unfortunately the quality of it's letting it down. I've heard a lot of bad things about quality on SUPER7 figures, but I didn't think that it was gonna be pulling it out of the box and break kind of quality, to be honest. To look at, I do like the figure. I'm definitely glad that I bought it, and as I said, it would be going back in the box and displaying, which I intended on doing anyway. This is very likely that this is going to be the last SUPER7 video you'll see of me, and it's not down to the experience and the fact that the hand's broken, it's just more of the fact that for the collection that I have, at that price point, it's not for me, unfortunately. That's about it from me and this figure, guys. So he will be sitting in a display case. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, I do have some more Lightning Collection videos coming next week. So stay tuned for them. And if you want to see them, please hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Instagram at LightningCollector2021 or on Twitter at LightningC2021. And I hope you all have a good Sunday.